Good afternoon, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose, recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, November 5th, 2022. And today I want to go over inflation again. I did a podcast a while back, but this time I want to talk about things in a different perspective. Growing up in the 70s, under the Jimmy Carter administration, and unfortunately, I voted for that idiot. I was a Democrat only for after I discovered the mistake I made. By 1978, my first voting was 76, and I was hoodwinked into voting Democrat. Quickly found out it only took me 2 years to find out how stupid that was. So 1978, I became a Republican. Then more recently, after realizing we have so many rhinos, I'm now a libertarian. But that's beside the point. Point is, I've lived through the inflationary times during the 1970s. Then they subsided. But here's one thing that never changes. The price of things will never go down. The inflation rate might go down, but you're never going to see the actual price of other things go. Once the prices are established at a certain level, they're basically there forever. And we've been in this condition for a while, and this is much more than your ordinary inflation. We're just it's out of control. But even I do believe the level will actually subside. But you can kiss goodbye the days of like gas when it's $1.80 a gallon. I remember as a kid, I don't know, maybe about 12 years old or something, and my gas at 25 cents a gallon. My dad would get $1 worth of gas. Try doing that nowadays. That won't work. But yeah, after and when I had my first car, I was greeted with with these long gas lines. Yes, I got in a few fist fights in those lines. I mean, those lines were horrible. I was growing up in Southern California at the time, and things got ugly. And it wasn't just me. I mean, it was hot. Going into the line, your car barely. There was many people who were pushing their cars into the things, and it sucked. So if you didn't grow up during that time period, you have no idea. And the prices of all the things, they never ever went down. They stabilized for a long time. Now we're hitting another one, and this one is this. And since I've been through the 70s, this is much more severe than the 70s. Even though you're not seeing long lines in gas or anything like that, unless you see the lines when there's like a hurricane or something, and people have to evacuate, that sort of thing. But we had the odd even days, and based on your license plate, the last number on your plate. You could only get gas on that, and it was a nightmare. And what I'm getting at is gas is still hovering around $4 a gallon. Don't expect it to go any much lower, and we're gonna see gas fluctuate. I expect it next year to probably hit the $5 level, where it'll be hovering around $5 on drop, and it's going to gradually keep inching up. And unfortunately, when that happens, everything else goes up too. I wish there was a way that the truckers could cut their profits, so that way stuff going to the stores, it won't be so expensive for the consumer. It would I really appreciate it if the truckers could do that. But I was watching another video, and the trucker was talking about that everything that their maintenance and their tires and all these costs just to keep them going is going through the roof. And in order for them to survive, they've got to make a living too. So how can they possibly cut their profits? Uh, Problem is, we just what we have in office, and without getting in trouble, I can't really say too much about that. Now I will be doing some other stuff on my Freedom of Speech network. You can find that link in the description, and I'm going to be doing some other things, and I can actually do group live streams there. And I do offer 2 weeks free, and after that it's $10 a month. But I have another free, another site that's free that I'll save for another video because it's totally different. But the point is, what I'm getting at is we're stuck at really high prices. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and it floored me, and that's kind of why I'm doing today's podcast. And it's I have to rethink everything I do now. I mean, the cost to get my cat food is just like, I just can't believe it. If you even can find it in the stores, I do most of my shopping online for my cat, and even then, it's you got to pay a certain amount, then you do get the free shipping and handling, but you're still shelling out a whole lot more than you were a year ago. And it's just, and basically it's here to stay, and we need to get it leveled out as quickly as possible. But I don't think there's, in this administration, I don't think there's any intention to slow this down. This is manufactured, and that's about all I can say about that. But anyway, I just wanted to get this out, and we will talk to you next time. Have a good day.